kuzannyenda okukozesa kitegeera kuba tewali kipya nkozi teyasasanaka nebigambo ebipya
Number 100 of 2024, Uganda versus Katanga, Mori, and 4 others.
My Lord, appearance in this matter is as of yesterday, and what the 5 accused are in court, and all our assessors are also in court. And we are ready to proceed with our business.
We are ready, I suppose.
Yes, my Lord. Okay. Mr. Masu, yesterday we ended when we were still going through your report. I would like to remind you that you're still on off. So we have reached the time we have done. You're going to take us through now the interpretation. So,
To be sure, this is PW8.
yes, my Lord.
Let him proceed.
Okay. So, kindly take us through the interpretation of the results.
My Lord, in the interpretation of the results, we have 2 major categories of DNA profiles that we look at. first category is if the DNA, the first category is if the DNA profile is from a single source origin. The second major category is if the DNA source is a mixed profile, in this case for more than one contributor.
Yes.
The following specimens derived from their respective exhibits. Following specimens derived from their respective exhibits.
There.
Yes, their respective exhibits.
Shangama ebyombi tebibatuje
Had DNA profiles. Had DNA profiles. From a single female source.
etteeka ey'omuntu omwe wenna.
The evidence of these DNA profiles, the DNA evidence of this DNA of these profiles,
Obujulizi bw'eshangama ekyo
of these profiles, is a billion times is a billion times more likely. Is a billion times more likely. If the suspect Monica is a billion times more likely if the suspect Monica Katanga is the donor of the DNA profiles, as opposed to an untested or unrelated individual from the Ugandan population. I will read the specimen numbers and their corresponding exhibits. First one is the specimen numbers and their corresponding exhibits, where they were derived from. The first is specimen number 682, Y23,
Number
682, Y23, S002,
eyokubanza enya namba 682 Y
this is from exhibit M1.
S002
This is from exhibit M1. Next is 60. This was cutting from the left. This was the left hand swab. We cut the piece from the left hand swab of Monica. Next is specimen 682.
How many are they?
And Lord, there are a total of 19.
Okay, next.
Next is 682 Y23 S003.
Endijo kwataho
Uh-huh.
akachena
S003.
mpaka chinana neluwai 023
This,
adunisha to S003
this is from exhibit marked M3.
kalon omushagama ibahire inamba
Right. Swap from the right hand obtained from Katanga.
kurga omushagama ibahire ahamkorobawe obamadamu wa Katanga.
Next is specimen ID 682 Y23.
Next is 68.
Y23 S006.
My lord, my apologies. Unfortunately, we don't seem to see M3 on page 17. What problem?
Y23
6. That is specimen ID M5.
Endijo akachinamba mpaka chinana neluwai adunisha to
The specimen ID is 682 Y23 S006 from exhibit marked M5.
enamba yeshagama ejo bakachire M5
Cutting from the collar area of the dress.
ikaraga aha togichera chiteteya.
Next is specimen ID 682 Y23 S008.
Endijo na mkaga mnani ibiri y abadisha to 008 munana
That is it is derived from exhibit marked M7.
bakajiha omushagama ibahire inamba
Cutting
munana
M7. And this is the cutting from that bed sheet.
yeshagama ikashangwa ahashu.
Next is specimen ID 682 Y23 S013.
Endijo mkaga chinana mnana y abadisha to
S013.
ishatu
This was derived from exhibit mark 9.
bakajiha omushagama ibahire inamba
Exhibit what?
Marked 9.
So it was just 9.
9, yes, my lord. This is the cutting from the blood swab from the bathroom door in the master bedroom.
ejineshagama ibahire aha wichinana.
Sure.
Next is specimen ID 682 Y23
Endijo mkaga chinana nebiri y abadisha to
S013-1.
bakajinamba S0ishatu
-1 derived from exhibit 14.
Next is number 7.
Number 7 is specimen 682 Y23 S013-2.
Endijo mkaga chinana nebiri
S013-2.
ishatu ibiri
This was derived from exhibit marked 15.
ekahewe namba 15 ejishagama
Cutting from the blood swab from the toilet inside the bedroom opposite the master bedroom.
bakajiha omushenge
From the toilet
bakagiha omutoilet y'ekishengye
inside the bedroom,
y'omu kishengye
opposite the master bedroom.
ekyabeire nikireeba omu kishengye kyange.
Hold on, please. Please, next is eight.
It is specimen ID 682
Endijo bakagiha enamba bakaginana na ibiri
Y23S013
Y23
013
S013
-3 derived from exhibit mark 16.
bakagiha omushaho bayibahire enamba 16.
This is a cutting from the blood swab from the wall
Eyibihire aha kishengye
to the changing room
ahi bakuhindurira emyenda
bathroom inside master bedroom.
omu kishengye kyange.
I'll say next.
Line, my lord, is specimen 682
Endijo bakagiha enamba 82
Y23
Y23
S013
S013
-4.
ina-4.
This was derived from exhibit mark 17,
Eshagama bakagiha enamba 17
cutting from the blood swab,
Cutting from
from the door frame
ekishagama bakagiha aha rwigi
of the changing room bathroom.
obw'ekishengye eki bakuhinduriramu emyenda omu kinaabiro.
Then my lord is specimen ID 682
Endijo bakagiha enamba 82
Y23
Y23
S015.
S015
This is derived from exhibit marked H,
bakagiha enamba H
piece of hair
n'akacweka k'eishokye
with suspected blood stains
akabiri kariho eshagama
recovered from the door frame
akabihire aha rwigi
to the washroom.
obw'ekinaabiro.
Eleven, my lord.
Hold on, please. Yes.
11, my lord, is specimen ID 682
Endijo bakagiha 82
Y23
Y23
S018.
S018
This was derived from exhibit marked 5.
bakagiha enamba 5.
This is swapping from one live ammunition.
Eki n'eshagama eyibihire aha
This is
kitanda kugeza ahi yaseeri.
How much from the day?
of the deceased. Next is XB. Next is specimen ID 682
Endijo bakagiha 682
Y23
Y23
S024-1.
S0 ina dash M
Was it a full?
24 S024-1.
S,
024-1.
024. Yes.
This was derived from exhibit marked 2.
bakajiha ahashagama ibalire na bibiri.
This is a swap obtained. 2. Exhibit marked 2. This is a swap obtained from the floor
Igishagama bakajiha ahansi
near the eastern door
hii n'obwigi okureba
to the master bedroom.
okureba omushege kyange.
Next is exhibit. The next is
Next is 13.
yes, my lord. We have it as specimen ID 682
Ndisho bakacha kukaba kinana ebiri
Y23
Y23
S025.
S025.
This was derived from exhibit marked A.
Igishagama bakacha namba 8
8, is it?
A
A alpha.
It's in
Yes. Cutting from the blood swab from the western wall
bakajiha omushenge ekikureba
of the wardrobe
oburengerazuba
in the master bedroom
omushege kyange.
From Western Wall,
of the western wall of the wardrobe in the master bedroom near the door
n'omulyango
leading to the washroom
okuza omushenge omukiraalo
and the dressing room.
hamwe n'ahi bakufundura emyenda.
that's the 14, is it?
Yes, my lord. My lord, I have a typing error in my report. I guess that what recognizes the typing error. We have an item that has been mislabeled in there, and I think it's
You have an item,
which has been mislabeled. It has been labeled as exhibit marked H, but it is specimen ID
Specimen ID,
682
Ndisho bakacha enamba kaba kinana n'ebiri
Y23
Y23
S025
S025
-1.
dash M.
Now, whenever you see a dash, my lord, it means that it compares to another exhibit we already have. So this was derived from exhibit A. Yes. All in this same, so it was derived from exhibit A. The exhibit A, recall, was a blood shot from the western wall. Recall that the exhibit A was a blood shot from the western wall. From the western wall. Yes, my lord.
I'm a bit lost in what the typing error was. Was it H, or was it a number, or was it a swab? I think maybe you can tell us what the error was.
The typing was in the level of the A. Instead of A, we put H.
So there are two A's.
So the A has two specimens which were derived because they were bought from coastal areas.
But my lord, we have that same. Okay, sorry.
I would like to take the two
Yes, my lord.
to the first one, which is an error.
No, it's number 13.
So we are 12, isn't it?
No, sorry, it's we are 12. We are 12, but there is
So you jumped to 12 and went to where there was
no, my
When
lord.
did you get us? About 4 of them we reached. Enemy, is it in 12 or 13?
I have a Roman numeral here, number 13, my lord.
We finished, my lord, Roman numeral 12, which was 025.
Oh, 02.
So now it was 025-1.
1.
This is 13.
Yes, my lord.
So you are referring to the previous one. Because now, I thought I was reading for 14, the 6th one.
Yes, my lord, because you should be counting 14.
When we read 14, you say I have a typing error in the
Yes.
report.
Yes.
You have an item which has been disabled. To specimen ID, that's 0.5, isn't it? One.
Yes.
Derived it from it's A. The blood swab from the Western Wall.
Yes.
So now you are at 14.
Yes.
My lord, maybe just so that we're all on the same page. So are we saying that 13, that is exhibit labeled H, is now labeled A? Is that what you're saying?
It was mistyped.
So it should be A.
A.
So we have two A's.
The A had two specimens coming out.
So now, after 13, we record it to this. A. 13 is A. And that is how it is, isn't it?
My lord, from what I am getting, at 12, we have specimen A, which is reading 025, and then we have also from exhibit A, another specimen, that was 025-1.
So 0251 is also A.
Yes.
Good. Then that has been so.
And the reason why this happened, because I looked at the exhibit and I want to explain to court.
You've already explained that from the same.
Yes.
So let's go.
Because recall that H is the hair, but because this swab was got from where, because reading the narrative, this swab was got from where the hair was located, which is on that wall, according to the narrative we are reading. Yes. So when we labeled it according to where we believe the areas were.
So we go to 14.
Next is specimen 682.
Edition kaba chinana mnana. Nana ni kusoni.
Y23
Waya vimeshatu.
S026.
S
What is the number?
0 imeruka.
What number is that?
15.
Also, number 682.
682 Y23 S026.
Yes, my lord. This was derived from exhibit marked I,
Edition kama bakaji number I.
and that is a swab obtained from the western part
Edition kama bakajiha
of the door frame
wa kumosho ogw'olwigi
of the master bedroom,
ogw'olwigi w'ekisenge kyangu.
southern door. Exhibit marked 22-1.
Edition bakajiha
Verse 16.
Yes, my lord.
abiri n'ebiri dash emwe
682,
-1.
dash 1.
That's all, my lord.
I thought it was the same.
No, sorry, my lord, I was reading the exhibit mark. I beg your pardon.
So
Next is specimen ID 682Y23 S027.
Bakache namba abina mushanju.
This was derived from exhibit marked 22-1.
Enamba abina mushanju abina ibiri dash emu.
Marked 22-1. My lord, this was a swabbing from the door curtain to the balcony of the master bedroom.
Ejishaka bakajiha
hello, curtain to
Door curtain to the balcony of the master bedroom. Next, my lord, is specimen ID 682Y23 S028.
Ndijo bakache namba kabacha na ibiruwai abina
23 S028.
yes.
Kabacha na ibiruwai abina 2S abina mnana.
This was from exhibit marked CI-1.
Bakaja enamba CI-M.
This was a cutting from the blood swab
Neshagama iwa ashazire
from the concrete ceiling
ahigrum shade.
near the light bulb.
Hiki naneta
Mia,
The light bulb. Next is exhibit marked J3.
Ndijo bakaja J ishatu.
J3. Exhibit marked J3. Or maybe I'll start, sorry my lord, I would like to start with the specimen ID. The specimen ID.
yeah, that's how we do it.
Yes, my lord. Sorry.
682,
682Y23 S035.
Kabacha na ibiri waya abina ishatu S0
Dash 1 from exhibit marked J3.
J ishatu.
This is blood swab on the northern wall near the master bed.
Ejineshagama iwa
On the
hire
northern wall near the master bed.
iwa hire omurubaju rw'oruguru omu kishenge kyangu.
yeah, the master bed.
Yes, my lord.
Hii n'ekishenge kyangu.
Bed. Not the
Master bed.
Bakajiha omurubaju rw'oruguru hii n'ekitanda kyangu.
Next is specimen ID 682
Ndijo mukaaga kinana n'ebiri waya abina ishatu.
82, yes.
Y23 S035-2.
S0 ishatu itano dash ibiri.
Was there dash one?
Dash 1, yes, my lord. This is dash 2. This was derived from exhibit marked M.
Bakaja enamba M Mashima.
This is a blood swab on the lower part of the wardrobe.
Bakajiha ahansi ya
On the eastern wall of the master bedroom.
yahiba ya wardrobe kubika emyenda omu kishenge.
Yes, my lord. Next is final one, my lord. Yes, just the just the final one, because in under number 9 there was a copy and enter, just a.
Okay, let's start with that one.
It is specimen ID 682
Ndijo bakaja enamba kaga kinana n'ebiri
Y23
waya abina ishatu.
S035-3.
S ishatu itano dash ishatu.
Exhibit mark. This was derived from exhibit mark Z.
Bakaja enamba za rashi Z.
This is blood swab on the floor
neshagama ahi ibira hansi
near the door entry of the balcony.
hii na rwiji ukuza ahantu
The balcony.
The door entry.
Of the balcony.
The balcony.
My Lord, these are the exhibits which we.
My Lord, I think the witness had spoken about a numbering error. I think we missed in there because we have 19, it says we are 20, and you said it was a numbering error.
Under bullet, under Roman numeral 11, you have a comma somewhere, so it was supposed to be press enter so that you can make one number. Just need to press and enter. So it says it starts with after deceased brackets comma exhibit level. That's what I do. My Lord, those were the exhibits. We have already attributed our proposition that the billion times more likely if the donor is only Katanga as opposed to being donored by the person or the individuals we have tested or someone else in the Ugandan population. So we use a statistical approach to arrive at that narrative. And later in my conclusion is how I derive my opinion as to whether there is strong genetic support.
Let's wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Under category B.
Next, my Lord, on page 23, the following profiles.
So this was category what?
That was the profiles, single source profiles.
Yeah, then
At,
when you call it A,
yes.
I don't have that before. And the B was which other?
So the second B here, which is under 6B, these profiles are single source profiles.
Single source.
From a male donor.
neshagama ndijo nezano kwaya ya ekiwe ahantu
This profile, the profiles, the evidence of the DNA profiles is a billion times more likely if the donor is the of the DNA profiles, of these DNA profiles,
Is what?
is a billion times more likely if the deceased Henry Katanga, is the donor as opposed to an untested, unrelated individual from the Ugandan population.
neshagama ndijo batekateka sinokuba kubasa kugira ngo peyo ngenzi ezekatanga
I wrote these are the specimens with those profiles. They are 7 in number.
ukucheka bashagama kubaliyo nazakugamba ukucheka mshana
Number 1 is specimen ID 682
akakubanza bakakuhenamba rakaga
Y23
ibiri wayabiri eshatu
S009.
S009
This was derived from exhibit marked D6.
bakajiha ebishagama bakajenamba da mukaga
Described as cutting from the stains on the pink bed cover
bakajiha ahashuka ya pink
with white
aha
Pink.
bed
pink bed cover with white comma,
keine mama baragakwera
green
naga
and brown strips.
green hamwe na
Number 2, my lord, is specimen ID 682.
endijo bakachenamba mukaga kinana na ibiri
Y23
wayabonesha tu
S010.
S0M0
This is derived from exhibit mark B7.
bakajiha omukintu ekibahire namba dimushani
Cutting from the stains. Cutting from the stains
ekibahire ekinasho ekibashaze
on the blue and black checkered pair of shorts.
omupale enfu eya blue eyalina amabala gakwiragura na
Next, my lord, is specimen ID 682
endijo bakachenamba kaga kinana na ibiri
Y23
wayabonesha tu
S011.
S0M0
This was derived from exhibit marked D8.
bakachenamba damu munana
This is cutting from the stains
bakachishara
on the blue,
bakashara kenda kiyabyeho aka blue
green,
na nekinyanzi
yellow,
na yellow
pink,
pink
and orange striped pair of shorts.
empale keida empale kufu ekeina amabala ga green blue yellow and pink ali bashazire eshaga magiyabire
Next, my lord, is specimen ID 682
endijo bakachenamba kaga kinana na ibiri
Y23
wayabonesha tu
S012,
S0M2
derived from exhibit marked D9.
bakajiha dimwenda nashida mwenda
Cutting from the stains on the white bed sheet
bakajishara aha shuke ya erikwera
recovered from the bedroom of the deceased.
eyibehire omukishenge omugenzi Katanga hiyafedi
My lord, we are at number 5. Number 5 is specimen ID 682
endijo bakachenamba kaga kinana na ibiri
Y23
wayabonesha tu
S012
S0M1 -M.
This is a cotton gauze with suspect blood stains. Exhibit mark B10.
bakachenamba damu 10
Cotton gauze with suspected blood stains from the deceased during postmortem, recovered during postmortem. Gauze with suspected blood stains from the deceased recovered during postmortem. Next, my lord, is exhibit marked, specimen ID 682
endijo bakachenamba kaga kinana na ibiri
Y23
wayabonesha tu
S028
S028
-1.
-M.
This was derived from exhibit marked M8.
bakachenamba M8
MB, sorry, my lord, MB, not M8. Beg your pardon.
bakachenamba M binashi manaba
This is a swab of blood stains on the leg side of suspected blood stains on the leg side of the bed frame, brackets outer surface. On the leg side of the bed frame, outer surface.
Bakajiha ahachitanda.
Outer surface. Leg frame.
Yes, fine. Bed frame, leg side of the bed frame, outer surface.
This side of the leg frame, yes.
Brackets outer surface. Finally, exhibit, specimen ID 682.
That is the silver.
Yes.
Ndicho wakatena bakabashana na navy.
682 Y23
Waya bameshatu.
S032
S0 ishatu. F ishatu
032 derived from exhibit marked AC.
Bakajiha inamba SC nashi as na.
This is cutting from the swab. Cutting from the swab of suspected brain matter recovered from hospital needs.
Jishagama bakateka makaga ubo yire aha katinda pensi.
Recovered from where?
Recovered from mosquito nets. I wrote those are the single source profiles. A million times more likely if the donor is the deceased Henry Katanga as opposed to an untested, unrelated individual from the Ghana population.
Jishagama bateka makaga aha jenzi katanga.
My Lord, the next category under C, 6C, which is one specimen. This specimen number 682
Ndicho kaga chinana na ibiri.
Y23
Waya bameshatu.
S034
S0 ishatu ina.
derived from exhibit marked KP.
Bakajiha inamba KP.
The evidence from the DNA profile. This is a cutting from the collar area of the dress.
Bakajiha ahastitetea.
So that specimen ID 682Y23 S034 derived from exhibit marked KP, which is a cutting from the collar area of the dress. The DNA profile,
Which is dress?
there's a dress marked, exhibit marked KP. There was a, put the narrative, but there was a cutting. The DNA profile from this specimen is a single source female profile. And a DNA profile. And this DNA profile is a billion times more likely. This DNA profile is a billion times more likely if the suspect, Kakwanza Patricia, is the donor. If the suspect, Kakwanza Patricia, is the donor, as opposed to an untested, unrelated individual from the Ghana population.
Jishagama bateka makaga umukakwanza Patricia.
As opposed to an untested, unrelated individual from the Ghana population. we have a specimen ID 682
endijo mukaaga kinaana n'ebiri
Y23
waya abiri n'eshatu
S007
S0 07
derived from exhibit marked M6.
nga kagiha omu kintu kibaire namba M6
M6. This is the cutting from the bed sheet recovered from Katanga Muli.
gino eshuuka egyeshaga bakagishara aha shuuka eyi bashangire na madamu Katanga More.
The DNA profile from this specimen is a mixed DNA profile specimen is a mixed DNA profile of at least 2 donor contributors. Donor contributors.
Egyeshaga bari bateekateeka ngu netuha kubeera abantu.
In examining this mixed profile,
Bakikyebire
2 sets of hypotheses were advanced. The first is that the suspect, Mori Katanga, and one untested individual from the Ghanaian population are donor contributors.
emwe bakashanga ngu shagama eparuga omu More Katanga
From the Ugandan population hours.
Donor contributors.
And then
The second hypothesis, which is the alternative of the first, is that 2 untested individuals from the Ugandan population who are unrelated to the suspect Monica Tanga are donor contributors.
what was your conclusion?
what do we do?
Abanywanyi n'abandi abantu babiri abantu bateekateeka ngu nibo bantu bashaka menshi.
Yes.
From the analysis we undertook, it's a billion times more likely. It's a billion times more likely to observe this mixed DNA profile as opposed
Hold on. Yes.
from the Ghanaian population as opposed to two untested individuals from the Ghanaian population. Therefore, the suspect, Monica Katanga, cannot be excluded as a donor contributor. The DNA on specimen from the donor contributor, the DNA on specimen 682 Y23 S007
ekishagama yibashanjire aha ahashuka ekeiremu abantu benshi
Yes,
omwana batekatanga omuntu owa akuba
derived
obasire
from exhibit marks M6. Yes, my lord. Next is under E. We have another specimen 682.
endijo mukaaga kinana na ibiri
Y23
wayabula eshatu
S014.
S0 emwe ina
This is derived from exhibit marked 17-1.
bakagiha aha kintu kigahire namba 15-emwe
Dried blood particles recovered from the door frame bathroom. Dried blood particles recovered from the door frame
eyabire yomire eyibagire aha rwigi
of the bathroom.
rw'ekinaabiro
Of the bathroom. Is Molly Katanga. And one untested individual. And one untested individual. From the Ghanaian population. As opposed to two untested individuals from the Ghanaian population. Cannot be excluded as a donor contributor to the mixed DNA profile on specific from the mixed DNA profile on profile on specimen 682 Y23 S014 derived from exhibit marked 17-1. That's the dry blood particles recovered from the door frame of bathroom. That's one. Next, my lord. We have specimen 682. Yes, my lord. Specimen ID 682 Y23
endijo mukaaga kinana na ibiri
S017.
wayabula